So we've got ourselves the first base hero player pick that is a 1 of 2. More than likely they'll introduce these more and more. We can complete these 3 times every 6 days, I think, unless that's 7 days and it's just rotated. But we've got this twice, so we at least have 6 to be able to grind out. We have 2 85s and an 86 with a team of the week. Now, what's the best ways to grind these out? And are they worth grinding out? That's got to be the big question. So what we're going to do is we'll finish one first. Obviously, I'll do it off camera. We'll go ahead and finish it, and then we'll see, was it worth it? And then if you should grind it, what are the ways that you can do that? So with that grinded out, we've obviously got the 1 of 2 pick. Now, there's no rating cap. There isn't necessarily that many people, if any, higher than 89, I don't think. So hopefully we get somebody good. Hopefully not. We will see. In terms of my luck with heroes, it hasn't been the greatest. So if you're looking for coins, head over to eldorado.gg. There is huge amounts of verified sellers on Eldorado, and there is a money back guaranteed by Trade Shield. If that's not enough, there is 24/7 live support and also plenty of reviews across websites that will definitely put your mind at ease. And as always, before you check out, make sure that you are using the code JT11 for 5% off every single order. Back to the video. But we do get a pick. It is 1 of 2. So the first one, I mean, I'll absolutely take Javinho. One of the lower rated, but we absolutely take that. And Crouch. So that kind of does work pretty well. The 1 of 2 is always nice, but you can still get low. But he is at least of value of this SBC, and that's the one thing that you do want to double check with this. Right now it might be a little bit skewed because fodder might have gone up, but when you look at the price of this now, we've got it at 118. Now if we go into the SBC or into players, in fact, I believe there is, let's have a look. So we go version, we go all the way down to heroes. We have got a whopping 3 pages, so you got 60. And then if we go to the third page, you got 62 for, oh no, God, I've messed it up. So you've got, well, let's have a look. So you got 62, 4, 6, 8, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78 heroes to go. And out of them, if we then go price and we go minimum being, say, 110,000, so at least puts us in the green, we are only getting, oh God, that's not even, that's under 30. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Whether we can get De Rossi and Salgado, hopefully. So 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 24, 26, 28, 29. So we'll round it at 30. So out of 78 heroes, we can have 30 of them that will give us profit. There might be some that are in that 90 zone, so that is fair enough. But realistically, if we are looking between going up in the price and going down, realistically we have got a bigger chance of going down. Now that is a 1 of 2 pick, so you do get 2 chances. I don't believe you can get Javinho. I'm pretty sure, but again, I imagine I'll probably be no, in fact, no, yeah, you can't, because it is a 1 or 2 pick. So if it was 2 different picks, you couldn't, but it being the same pick, you can't get Crouch. It's just impossible. I'm pretty sure. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure with that. Now, in terms of grinding it out, there is a lot of different ways. Like, these are great. I love these 2 times 84. If you're doing League SBC or not, it's a very, very simple upgrade. I do think these are just worth every single day. Gold common, low to high. Again, move any of your Evos out. Move any of your League SBC if obviously you're doing any of them. Then obviously you can utilize that. I'm just going to go for the purpose of the video. Grind it out nice and easy. So that's the first one. And you do the exact same with the rare. You just go with your League SBC or not. Whatever kind of floats your boat with that. If you've got 7 rares that you could put in from your kind of storage, even better. I'm just going to take it from the club for right now, and everyone looks fine. So we grinded that out. It is quite literally 7 rares and a bunch of commons for 284s at the minimum. Likely chances you don't get anybody, but there is still a very good chance that you could get something. And also alongside that, which is a nice little coin bonus, you do get 2 packs that you can get something from. Now, anything that's tradable, if you've been following the whole kind of game in general, look for any Sud or Libs. Other than that, I just discard them. It's a cheeky extra 2k, not going to give you the kind of mountains that you want, but at least it's something. It literally is just extra coins every single day that goes into your back pocket. Like I say, if you look at any lib or suds, they're going to be worth a little bit more value than discarding, so obviously sell them off. Everybody else, again, if you've got any from here, so for instance, any silvers that are lib and sud, get them gone for a couple of k. Look at the La Liga if you can, so you can see a little bit of extra value here. Get him gone, and then we can discard the rest. It's as simple as that. Anybody that sells, get them gone. Anybody that doesn't, just discard them for the tradable value. That's just generically easy as you're doing upgrades in general. Always look through, just double check. Like I say, sometimes some of the leagues can be funny, but as you've kind of gone through a lot of these upgraded packs, you kind of know which leagues and which nations do tend to go for something in a silver, and if not, then just have a quick look. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Again, we got lib and sud. Now if you're obviously doing league SBC, you probably want to keep them. If not, then obviously just discard them. It's simple. Which then you do get the double 84, so that's going to at least give you 2 84s at the minimum. We get potentially an 85, but realistically we've been getting a lot of 84s from these. We get 2 85s, which is always nice. For the gold commons and rares, I'll absolutely take any rares that they want to give you. We also will get an upgrade pack tomorrow, so whether that's going to be a player pick or we get the double 81 or double 80 again, it will all depend, to be honest. And we get nobody there really. Everybody discard, another 2,500, so extra coins going into the back pocket. Untradables not really going to help us with coins, so anything tradable that we can get, obviously do try and kind of make the most out of it. But then from there, what do you do? Because there is loads of SBCs to grind out, and to be honest, finding the best one is always the tricky one. Do you go with players? Do you just do upgrades? Do you not do any and just save your fodder? There's a lot of reasons for them. I think in general, you can most definitely get away with doing anything, and it can be conceived as the right option. You do this base hero pack and you manage to get Lucio as a pick, and then you do it 2 more times, you get Company and Ginola. You've absolutely hit the jackpot. Or you can get Crouch Carnu and, I don't know, Cahill and somebody else who's not worth much, Litmanen. So there is lots of ways that you could say that's good or bad. Same with the Icon pack. It's a little bit more expensive, but again, you could throw in 2 86s and 87 team and go and get one of the cheapest 89s out there. So there is loads of different things. And another one that I've personally been liking is this one. The 85 campaign pick is another great one for this sort of SBC, because of what you can get back from it. Now, I don't know what I've actually got in my storage. We've got 184, which we can use. With this specifically, it is kind of one of them grinds that it is either, you either get an 85 or you actually get something decent. Now, we've obviously up at the 85 rated rather than the 84. You can get a solid amount of grind from it. So if we go all the way down, and the best thing about it at this moment in time when it comes to heroes and icon packs is the fact that you don't actually have to use any of your 83s in there. Predominantly, most of the upgrades don't need 84s either. So you're pretty golden to just put these in as an extra bonus as such. Like, you don't need to put them into any other SBC, so these kind of are just there to do these packs. So it's almost like a free upgrade because they go nowhere else. So I personally always like them like this. So again, you get the small Electrums, which are going to be perfect, and plus there is a big chance of getting somebody good. I've had Nico Williams as an 87, I've had Due as an 87 from them. Obviously you've got to get a team of the week as well. Probably the only downfall to them, but again, with all of the upgrades that we've had, you should be pretty golden with all of them in general. So for instance, going with that 83, we can then go ahead and just go with 84s. And because I don't believe we've put too many on upgrades, we should be pretty golden with 84s on this. So again, just go with players that you're not utilizing. There should be more than enough. If you've got any Evo players, what I would suggest is we are getting a lot of cosmetic evolutions like cornerstones and stuff. So I would try and put as many of them into them so you don't accidentally put them into this Evo. I've seen it far too many times like that. That gives what? If you're not looking, it's very easy to whack them in and just forget about them as such. So something to always bear in mind. But this is going to be another one that could, if you've not got somebody that is worth having in your team, you could throw them in as well. So there's loads of ways to grind it in terms of SBCs daily. We also then have the daily bronze, silver, gold. Always good to keep a club stock because we are going into Thunderstruck as well. It's the one thing I would say, and I said this literally a couple of days ago, they will definitely bring out a lot of SBCs this week and kind of start of next week to really bring out as much of your club as possible. And the hero pick was a perfect one because a lot of people are going to do the first one and then they kind of stop doing them. So they've already managed to get quite a bit of fodder off the street ready for the Thunderstruck to commence, the Black Friday weekend, the Cyber Monday, where they give us a lot of upgrades. In this one, we get a walkout. Anybody decent? Striker. Oh, is that Thomas Muller? Now, as a player goes, not going to be incredible for everybody. Great for my MLS team. He's not necessarily expensive, but an 86 to say the least. You could throw him into an upgrade. At least he's a walkout. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely nothing in pence, but he's pretty decent for the MLS team. We can grind that out, and that's another untradeable. But naturally, if you didn't want to use him, you're not going to use any of that, then that's fine. You can obviously go ahead and whack him into it as well. We also have, we got the breakthrough team of the week. So have got team of the weeks instead of buy-in. But it is only 3 of them between 80 and 84, so you're probably better off actually buying the SBC, I think, because if we go upgrades, we have the team of the week, 13,000, so pretty much if you've got no fodder whatsoever, instead of paying the 40k for 3 team of the weeks with no chance of an 84 and above, you can have a guaranteed 82 for 13,000 for literally 3k more than what you'd pay, and you'd get an extra. So for 3 of them, you'd basically be saving off a k or 2. So that most definitely is not worth to buy it. But in terms of everything else, when it comes to grinding the fodder, again, it's going to be objectives, it's going to be game modes, rivals, champs, and to be honest, even now, I think with what we've got going on with evolutions and stuff, they could even be conceived as fodder as well. There is a lot of evolutions that really I don't necessarily need. So if I was to go for one of the free ones, for instance, I think I've got a lot of them, but say for instance we've got the 84 here, or we go for one of them that does upgrade for whatever reason to like an 85 or an 86. If I don't need them in anything, I could just go put them onto a fodder player. That being said, with champs and stuff like that, it's becoming less and less popular, I must admit, because the rewards are just not as much. I played 2 weeks of champs, 9 wins, just casual, nothing crazy. Like, I'm not busting absolutely everything to get that grinded. But in terms of the rewards back, I'd have probably been better off spending at least an hour or so doing League SBC, and I probably made more fodder back. So they do need to make it more enticing with the rewards, but then they want to make sure that they're not too rewarding, because then you want people to keep doing them. So it is a bit of a hard one with that, but definitely rivals. I'd say objectives are going to be your best friend with this in terms of finishing the season, getting as many packs as humanly possible. The tournaments are always there as well. I need to do a lot more of them, and that's kind of where champs does fall down, because I can go get all of these instead of doing champs this weekend. I can go and get all of these instead, and obviously be good enough as such, and I can go and get these. I know they're a little bit different, but then you've got all of these as well. Champs isn't going to give me that, so that's where it really does need to either be tailored towards champs or just make it that little bit easier. So I do need to do, like, for instance, this plenty of packs. If I do need to get the points, then I can do that. Then you've got the FC Pro paths. That again is going to be fantastic for more ones, but again, you can do champs whilst doing that, and I do need to go finish Sane as well. So there is a lot to kind of grind out in terms of what you can get for free. It is playing time, but it's technically for free as such, but it is just definitely grinded out. You then also have the African upgrades, the America, the Asia, Oceania. Again, it's extra little bits of fodder. It might not all be great packs, but as we see with player picks, with other packs that we can get, as you do go up to like Europe and stuff, you will get some decent packs back. Obviously, we've got some challenge SBCs, marquee matchups is another great one when it comes to grinding out as much kind of tradable packs as you can get. And it's just well worth doing it all. And it's where I think you've got to evaluate where you want to get this from. Do you want to play champs on the weekend? I don't think at this moment in time, until they upgrade the rewards, that it's even really worth it at this point, unless you can grind the absolute top level quite comfortably. If you're just getting like 5 to 7, 8 wins with a bit of a grind, the time it takes, is going to be far too much compared to just doing menu grinds, and that's where they've got to fix it. Obviously, Rivals, you can play as you go through. I think I'll probably be doing a little bit of the Evos on there as well. I think that's going to be decent enough. Maybe make like a kind of a Brazilian team to be able to do a lot of the objectives there, and you can get through them that little bit quicker, because if you are losing, you can just leave, and if you do go down a division, you can just go back up when you use a main team. It's kind of at that point where you just want to have a little bit of fun in the game, and that's with the objectives and evolutions the best way to do it. But in terms of should you do this hero pick, I personally would say, and as this is out, I mean, you've got 6 days to the next one, so that you'll miss out on the first 3 if you don't complete these. You will get to the Thunderstruck if we are in Thunderstruck next week. I would wait and see what that comes out with, because we know full well with what we saw with Thunderstruck last year, with the icons, there was like 5 or 6 that you could grind out, the packs every hour, the SBCs, the objectives, the evolutions. There is most definitely a lot more worth of fodder in them weeks than there is right now. I think these could wait at this moment in time, and we'll see where we can kind of go from there. But that's kind of where I would grind, by utilizing different methods than just going in and buying packs instead. So let me know down below if you are going to grind it, and I'll catch you all for that next one. Peace.